My name is Tantoo Cardinal. Originally I was born in Fort McMurray, Alberta, Canada, which is the heart of the tar sands. So this whole movement of speaking up for the land, speaking up for the earth, speaking up for the water is very important to me, because you have the opportunity of seeing what happens to the land when it's poisoned and it's destroyed by tar sands. Because I knew that land before it's become that dark poison that it is now. And it was rich and raised. I was raised on that wild meat and those fish and my granny planted a garden, and it was rich. And then there were many years of desolation when nobody was paying any attention. People were getting sick and things were starting to turn, and nobody was paying any attention. And so finally now there's a great awareness of what's happening with the land and what's happening with the water. And we know that 81% of what they're planning on pulling out of the earth has to stay in the earth. Just scientifically for the CO2 levels and what that's going to do, the kind of damage that's going to do to the atmosphere and to our water and everything. It's a huge imbalance. And I come from the people who have relationship with Mother Earth, with our planet Earth. And there's so much that this society, this man-made society that knows everything, so much that they don't know about the earth, about what my mother's people know about the earth, and what our responsibilities are as people who belong to the earth. So all of this is important for helping people to remember where we come from. We come from the earth. And it's been our responsibility all along, and here we have the opportunity to share some of that wisdom. I'll say at one time people thought the earth was flat. And then there was a time when people had no feeling for the earth and did not consider that she was alive. And so there were people who didn't think anything of pulling all of those elements of life out of her body. And so this moment that I'm in, that we're talking about, is a moment where we started to understand that the earth is alive. And what we do affects her, affects us, affects future generations. So what we're doing in this moment is trying to do our best to bring forward that idea that the earth is alive and that we are one species and that we are just a fragment of all of creation, and we have to remember our humility. So I would say this is a time where we're remembering our humility, and what we're doing here is standing in alliance with natural force. And even though the stories tell us that there's great destruction at this time, and what comes 100 years from now, I cannot even imagine what will be remaining after we've gone through what it is that we have to learn about being a species, about being a human species here. But this is an attempt to get smarter, an attempt to leave something better,
Thank you.
an attempt to get to cleaning up our mess, actually. I don't know how well we're going to do. There's too many people that think we're dumb, that we're the stupid ones. We're the ones with limited vision. But I think time is going to prove it the other way around. That the ones that insist that we have to have pipelines, that we have to keep on mining and sucking elements out of the earth, I think that's what's going to be discovered as being very backwards and life-defying behavior. I'd say that this is really a key moment, and he, being a leader, he has a responsibility to remember the people, remembering the future generations, and to understand that the wisdom of we can't destroy the planet. We can't do any more destruction on the planet. It's time to recognize the gifts of grace that are there and build an economy based on kindness to the climate. Mother Earth has rights. She has rights. And there are laws, natural laws, that we're supposed to be living by. My mother's people carry that knowledge. And the forces that came here and took over the land, they're the ones that have to learn that yet. That the laws of nature will bite them if they don't pay attention. And
I lost a friend over
the goddess of justice
privilege because he got offended.
will take care.
When the Six
We'll
Nations
take care of all of this. Mother Earth is about balance, and we're not walking in a balanced way right now.
It's not the country.
I think that we're being called on to have the confidence to listen to our intuitive self. And because what they call the powers that be don't agree, it really still doesn't make it true. I still believe that we are on the right side of history. We're on the right side of justice by defending the earth. And I'd ask on people to really listen to that inner voice, that intuitive voice, and take the courage to really stand in that place that they believe is the right place to be. And if you forget, if you can't seem to find the clarity of what seems to be right, ask a 3-year-old.
Yeah. And they think
You know,
this is the,
ask a 3-year-old, ask a 2-year-old. Find out what the pure thought is, and see what we can do. You know, from there.
Oh, you guys sprinkled water there?
What do I think about the round dance and all that?
Yeah.
Does anyone have a blanket for her?
Well, I think it's really important for building community. For, we pray together and we sing together and we dance together and get to know each other. We blend each other's energies, just like the water comes from so many places, so many different places. And then it all comes together in one pot, and it's one water under one prayer. All of us. And it's the same thing with the round dance and the gathering. It brings us all together in one mind and one heart.